She gon' ran through for me. Girl, what you do to me? I lay the meat like some to the flashback by the late nights in the ass back. Shot in front of haters trying to bring back. She want me to kill that thing and I'ma smash that. She really trying to end up ass that. Oh no. I won't take it slow. You gon' remember to lay on the floor. Cause I don't want you. Never did this shit. This gon' be a win-win. But ain't no between. You know what I do?
What up, everybody? What's up? It's your boy, it's your brother, your cousin, your uncle, your nephew. You already know who it is. It's the one and the only, and welcome to today's episode of The Real Talk. All right, so today we're going to get into a very interesting conversation that was inspired by a friend of mine who encountered a situation earlier this week. And hey, who is that? Hey, yes, you caught me live. How you doing? This episode was inspired by a friend that just recently encountered a situation where a certain individual didn't know how to stay in the friend zone. We're gonna talk about that. But before we get started, I just want to go ahead and just kind of fill in some gaps. I know it's been a while since I've done a show. Life has been crazy between work and school. It's been having me all wrapped up. Y'all pray for me. I'm into my last couple of classes before I graduate. Excuse me, I had a brain fart because I was reading a comment. April, what's good, mama? What's good, baby? Anyway, so y'all just pray for me. I'm in the middle of like my junior year of college. So I'll be graduating next year, December 2020. Shout out to all the college grads. Shout out to everybody that's in college on their grind. Just shout out to everybody, period. You know, we're gonna give a shout out to everybody. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and jump into this episode. Friendzone. The friend zone, the friend zone, the friend zone. People, listen. If you are put into the friend zone by somebody that you had hopes of making something with, don't violate that. You cannot violate that. Because see, like the thing is, if you're into a person or you like a person or find them attractive and you decide, oh, let me try to talk to them. Let me see what's up. But then they like let you know, say, you know, it's not what it is. This is not what's going to happen. You know, I don't see you that way, but we can be friends. You're friend zoned, okay? Now, what you got to understand is that when you are in the friend zone, you have got to make sure that you do not do nothing to violate that. See, the problem with a lot of y'all is that y'all get friends on it and then y'all get pissed off about it. So you figure, okay, I'm going to still try to shoot my shot. Well, guess what? You're going to shoot your shot and your ass going to miss. And then you're going to sit there and you're going to be looking stupid. Now, what I meant by that is if you put in the friend zone, sending nudes, not okay. You can't do that. That's so disrespectful. Let me tell y'all, because like I say, a friend inspired this episode, but I done had an experience like that. So I met this chick one time, and we didn't really kick it off like I thought we would. Like, she was beautiful as hell. Like, ew, bitch, you got me head over here right now, bitch, you so cute. But it wasn't there. Like, the personality wasn't there. The conversation wasn't really there. So I had to friend zone her. But then it's like you start false claiming and sending text messages talking about good morning, my king. Who? Where your king at? He ain't here. Not on this phone, he ain't. You can't do that, y'all. Like, y'all gotta understand, like, if you friend zone, bro, you have to stay in that friend zone. You can't just be hopping off into people DMs knowing that you already in the friend zone, because honestly, that is really gonna make matters worse. Another thing that y'all gotta remember is that when you in the friend zone, you have to keep it friendly. Now, when I say you got to keep it friendly, because some of y'all definition of friendly is being all extra mushy and whatnot. Like, that shit's not okay. That's not cool. Like, you can't be being all mushy with somebody who clearly have just friend zoned your ass. It's not there. It wasn't meant for y'all to be whatever it is that you wanted y'all to be. It wasn't meant to happen. You gotta know, like, you gotta stay in your lane. Stay in your lane, sis. Big bro, stay in your lane. You can't be hopping off up in people DMs, sending them nudes. And you know what's the worst thing that can happen when somebody get friends on it? I think probably the worst thing for that can happen when somebody get friends on it is for that person to be going around telling somebody, I'm talking to such and such. Y'all not even talking. Bitch, you're a friend. Do you hear me? A friend. And when I say a friend, you are specifically a friend and nothing else. Like, you have got, I don't get how some people don't get it in their brains that friend means friend. Lebu mean lebu. Lebabooski mean lebabooski. My little dip mean my little dip. You a friend, baby. You gotta stay there. People just, I don't understand people like it's 2019. And me personally, I mean, I don't care if I tell my age. I'm 27. If you didn't know, I'm 27. In my eyes, that's like 2 seconds away from being old and dusty as hell. But who cares? But listen, it's 2019. I honestly feel like sending nudes is like way, way, way out of line. Bro, we are grown. We do not send nudes no more, and we don't hunch. We be fucking. Do you hear me? We be fucking. So, like, if you friends on it, you can't send nudes. You cannot send news like that's just not okay. So we got a video on YouTube that said you got to be clear about your place. Absolutely. You have got to know your place. And that is a lot of times when a person is friend zoned, that's where the misconception is because they don't know their place. Plain and simple. Like, you just don't know your place. And it's not necessarily that they don't know their place. They don't want to acknowledge their place. Like, I done been friend zoned before. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna get on here and stink like I got it all together, because clearly your boy don't. I done been friend zoned before. And it's like, when you friend zone it, you literally have to know your place. When I was friend zoned, I'm like, cool. I got you, mom. I got you. We ain't gonna be nothing. That's cool. You want to be friends? I can handle that. Now, I may say some shit here and there, but it ain't gonna be nothing like that's just disrespectful towards no female. Like, you can't be disrespectful towards the person that friends on you, because then that just make you look just bad. And when I say that make you look bad, like, that make you look bad. People don't understand it. Like, if you friends on it, like, you gotta know your place. You gotta know that your purpose within this situationship is a friend and nothing more but a friend. Friend zone. And by the way, as I'm going through this, if any of my followers ever been friend zoned it, just let your boy know. Let your boy know, because we could elaborate a little bit on that. By the way, shout out to all of the followers that are watching on both YouTube as well as the followers that are watching on Instagram. Thank y'all for tuning in to today's show. I love y'all so much. But anywho, like, you got to understand your place. You got to understand your place. Another thing that kills me about people that's put in the friend zone is that they don't know how to accept it. Now, it's a lot of things in life that we gonna be told that's gonna happen that we don't want to accept. But the fact of the matter is, your ass gotta accept it. And if you can't handle the friend zone, respect yourself enough to move around. You are absolutely right. That comment right there, that statement that I just said just came from a viewer watching on our YouTube channel. But you gotta, like, if you can't understand that or can't handle being in a friend zone, like, it's clearly best for you to just move around. That's how that fatal attraction shit happen. People be so obsessed with people. They be sitting there stalking their Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, stalking all their social media, trying to see where they gonna be going in this place that time. Next thing you know, they sending you pictures of yourself while you out eating with your family. Like, the fuck? Like, come on, man. You're a friend. You're the friend zone, niece. Don't be trying to step over here into the area where you are restricted from. You understand? You got to know your boundaries. So if you can't handle being in the friend zone, I'm going to say, like, what show that was? It was a Tyler Perry movie. I forget which one it was, but he said, no, nephew, don't talk about it. Walk about it. It was Meet the Browns, the stage play. That's exactly which one it was. I remember. So listen, if you can't handle being in the friend zone, don't talk about it. Walk about it. Walk your ass on the other way. Go on exit stage left, exit stage right if you have to. Whichever side you feel like you need to go, just go ahead and move around. Things can go left real quick. You are absolutely right. When you dealing, I'm telling y'all. And see, this I'm not just gonna bash everybody that's well, I'm not gonna bash nobody, period. But I'm not just gonna get on everybody that be put in the friend zone. I'm gonna talk to all my peoples that put people in the friend zone. Now, before I do that, because I'm gonna get to that, y'all just bear with me. Things can literally go left real quick. Like I say, you could be sitting out eating dinner with your family, driving down the street. You could be doing anything, and then you just randomly get a picture from a female or a dude you putting the friends on. They talking about you look good. Who look good? First of all, where you at and why are you watching me? What are you looking for? What are you looking at? You a friend. That's why your ass in the friend zone now, because you crazy. Don't nobody want to deal with that. Now listen, let me talk to all my people that's put people in the friend zone before. Now, I don't want nobody watching this to try to act like they ain't never did it, because I guarantee you, everybody at least once in their life been friend zoned the fuck out of somebody. We gotta understand, y'all, we can't be rude about it. Okay? Sometimes that's why the person that gets put in the friend zone act the way that they do, is because sometimes we can be a little, we can be a little high strong when we rejecting people and telling people to get in the friend zone. Like, you just can't be saying, ladies, I'm gonna start with y'all first, because ladies. Now, all my women follows, I'm not no womanizer or nothing like that. I love my beautiful ladies for everything that you're worth. But listen, you can't be texting dudes talk about, well, you ain't got enough money for me. Boy, please, bye. Get over there. Like, y'all can't be doing that, bro. Like, you gotta understand. Just because we're men, we do have feelings. And most of the times, we do be the ones to get put in the friend zone. But most of the times when men get a reaction like that, that's what drives us crazy, because of how you reacted. So y'all gotta understand, like, it's a way you gotta talk to people the right way, especially in situations like this. Even if it's not necessarily putting a person in the friend zone, if you just simply like rejecting a person, like, you gotta be easy on them. Like, you gotta pipe down. Just don't go too hard on them. Like, you can't come in full guns loaded, hands ready to swing. Like, you gotta pipe down and be like, say, listen, I appreciate you for being here. You are definitely beautiful, but I really don't think this is gonna work out. We can be friends. I respect you enough to still be your friend, but if that's something you can't handle, I mean, I don't really know where can we go from there. Like, we can't really do nothing with that. So we're gonna have to go our separate ways. Real quick, before I continue, I want to give a shout out to my son watching on YouTube. Shout out to my son. He tuning in to today's episode. So we got another comment. They say, yeah, you never know how somebody's going to react for being rejected. That is absolutely true, man. People, it's crazy. This is 2019 with all the crazy shit going on in the world with mass shootings. I downloaded the ESPN app. Anybody know me know I love football. Football is my everything. That's this time of the year. This is my time. Football season. So I got the ESPN app on my phone, and it's completely unrelated, but it's just a thought. This ex-football player and his wife was murdered by his kid. That's kind of crazy. You don't know how people gonna react. Like, you don't know what's going on in people's minds. So you right. Like, you got to be mature enough to be able to not just properly reject somebody or properly friends on somebody, but you got to also be mature enough to like actually accept that shit. Again, everything that we deal with, everything that we go through, especially being put in the friend zone, that's not something that's easy to accept. But again, if you know that you're not the type of person that accepts rejection good, bro, nephew, don't talk about it. Walk about it. Go on, step to the left. Move over to the left. That's all you got to do. You just got to remove yourself from the situation. Like, if you ever find yourself in a situation where you being friend zoned and you know that you're not going to be able to deal with being that person friend because you really, really like them or you really care about them or whatever the situation may be, like, you got to remove yourself from the situation. Now, fellas, I'm finna talk to us for a second because we could be a little. We could do. Women could do the most. Again, I'm not bashing no women because I love all my beautiful ladies. Ladies could do the most, but fellas, we can. We could be a little, just a tad bit too extreme sometimes. So give me 2 seconds and I'm gonna talk to y'all for a second. Let me hit this hookah. Thank you. Check this out, fellas. We gotta know. We gotta know our role. We gotta know our position. If we friends on it, bro, we can't be hitting her up in the DMs trying to clap at 3:00 in the morning after we high Scooter Brown, drunk as a skunk, leaving the club. We can't be hitting up people in the DMs. We can't be sending drunk tests, brothers. We can't do that. We can't be shit. What you doing? Nowadays, that ain't even how we do it no more. We say you woke, and ladies, that go for y'all too. Cause I got a message at about 3-4 o'clock in the morning talking about something. You woke, big head. See, but you already know I woke. But see, that's different if you feel it a person. But if we in the friend zone, like we fellas, we can't do that. We gotta. My thing is, as a man, the number one thing in life that we have to remember is that you always have to respect women, no matter what. Women have to be respected, and ladies, they go for y'all too. If your dude giving you respect or anything, like you gotta respect. It gotta be a two-way street. The respect gotta be mutual. So, fellas, listen, we can't, my brothers, we can't do that like that. We can't be you woke. We can't be doing that. Now, I'm not gonna act like we the only ones that send messages that time in the morning because I done had a few messages sent to me 3-4 o'clock in the morning asking me if I'm woke. Then said that, you know what, ladies, that's another thing. I noticed the few females I done put in the friend zone, they always try that big head shit. And for me, that big head shit don't work. I'll show you a big head if you want to see a big head. But don't come text me talking about what you doing, big head. Bitch, you don't want to know what I'm doing. Don't be trying to sweet talk me, trying to work your way back in. I already put you in the friend zone, bro. Don't do that. Again, y'all, when you put in the friend zone, bro, you have to know your position. You got to know your role. You got to understand that if you're going to be friends, you're going to be friends. It can't be nothing more, nothing less. And you know what? A lot of times, bless me. A lot of times when you get friends on it, you don't want to accept it. And since you don't want to accept it, you start acting different. You ever, now check this out. For all my people that didn't ever had to put somebody in the friend zone, you ever friend zone to somebody and all of a sudden, oh, wait a minute. Hold up. I gotta hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some churching in it. Listen, I just got a comment on YouTube that I gotta talk about it for a second before I continue with what I was saying. Because they just kind of that shit crazy. So we got a comment that say it's because most of the time men are easy in that way. Say, Mom. It's not true. We're not that easy. Now, that's not everybody. I'll put it like that. All of us not that easy because that big head shit don't work on me. Now, you got some of us fellas, I call it the WP syndrome, that weak pussy syndrome. They get weak to the pussy, and when she say big head, Teen Hut, we ready. Like, no, that don't work with me. You can't text me at 3 o'clock in the morning talking about what you doing, big head, because I'm gonna text you back and say sleep, big head, bye. Fuck off my phone at 4 o'clock in the morning. The hell wrong with you? You a friend, niece. You ain't getting no more than that, but a friend. But anyway, I had to address that because they kind of shook it your boy up a little bit. But say, listen, who is that? Hey, mama, how you doing? So listen, when you're friends on it, like you gotta understand, like I say, that you gotta understand your role, you gotta understand your position. If you can't accept it, like just go ahead and just be like, you know what, I appreciate you for saying that we can be friends, but that's not something that I'm gonna be able to handle. So I'm gonna go ahead and eliminate myself from the situation. There is something men there are some men, I will admit, that are not the typical guys. And you're right about that. All of us are not the same. All of us are not the typical guys that will fall for that big head text at 4 o'clock in the morning. Like you gotta really understand that. Like, and the crazy part about it is, I feel like most of the time when a person is friend zoned it and they don't accept it, it's because of the fact that they're like extremely, extremely, extremely obsessed with whoever it is they trying to talk to. We can't be obsessed, fellas, because I feel like sometimes we can do that. Ladies, I'm gonna talk to y'all again in a minute. Don't worry, but fellas, like we can't be obsessive when we put in the friend zone. When we put in the friend zone, we got to understand that it's not gonna excuse me, it's not gonna be nothing more than that but a friendship. And ladies, they go for y'all too. I came across a few ladies who've been putting the friends on, just want to go left, and I can't believe you doing me like this. What you talking about? Doing you like what? We don't even have anything for me to do anything. So I don't understand, what do you mean by I can't believe you doing me like this? Like that's it don't click in my brain. My gears don't turn. They get kind of jammed and they get to doing like this. You know, like when we was younger and you ride on the bicycle and the chain pop off the bike and you just rolling the pedal, you just moving the pedals, but that bike ain't going nowhere. That's how my brain get when some females kind of get a little high strong with that not being able to handle being in the friend zone thing. Like, we can't be obsessive. We can't, you can't, because then that make you look crazy. Like, you make yourself look real crazy. And that's something else. When a person get put in the friend zone, sometimes they can make themselves look real bad simply by their reaction. You can't react in a huge dramatic way because you friend zone. I done seen somebody I know get put in the friend zone and then they come posting pictures and posts on Facebook and Instagram talking about, you know, the little post where will be like the check boxes where it says single taken, I'm ugly and don't nobody want me. Don't do that. You was just put in the friend zone. It's plenty of fish in the sea for you to swim around and meet on. Okay, you can't don't go there and start putting stuff like that on social media. You can't don't go to social media, period, if you put in the friend zone. Like, just don't do that. People tend to use social media to just vent, let out all their frustration. Sometimes they do be the only person that'll listen to you. But then again, you wonder why everybody all up in your business. Well, you told the whole world your business. Ain't nobody have to know you was putting the friends on but me and you. But instead, you chose to go on over to Facebook and you chose to go on over to Snapchat and talk about, oh, men ain't this, men ain't that. A fella sometimes will post a picture with the black dude holding the earth on top of his back with the woman on the back, talking about the men to lift the world for a woman. What y'all know what that saying is? Y'all know how that Levine go. We all can be a little overreactive sometimes. Another thing, y'all, and this is probably the craziest one I've seen so far. Don't put on your padded panties if we get friends on. Y'all understand that? I'm gonna say it again for the people on the back row. Don't put on your padded panties when you get friends on. A lot of people have a tendency to go there and be want to text when you and conversation, or if y'all like actually and face to face with each other, y'all keep swinging because let me tell y'all, I'm gonna get back on track, but let me tell y'all. So my glasses decided to collapse a week before I started back working. No, it was like the Saturday before I started back working. Well, I ain't had no eye exam, God knows how long, until last Saturday. Shout out to Jesus for that one. But then again, I have contacts. Well, considering I had an eye exam, my contacts are pretty old too. So after a while, everything go from this to this, and you can't see nothing. But anyway, let me get back on track. No, Petty Betty, no. Listen, Linda, listen. You cannot put your petty panties on if you get friends on it. And that's not for females, that's just not for males. Everybody has a tendency to do that. If you get friends on it, you want to get a little petty. You can't be petty, Betty. Don't put your petty panties on. Take them bad boys, throw a little lighter fluid on, and whoosh, set them on fire. That ain't what you want to do. Because we can sometimes, especially when you in the company of the person that friends on you, you tend to like throw shade a little bit. You probably don't think you throwing no shade, but you definitely throwing some shade. Throwing shade, you throwing so much shade. As hot as it been in Houston lately. Sometimes you be so petty when you friends on it. You throw so much shade to where it cover the whole city and it look like midnight. I bullshit you not. Anybody that lives in Houston know how hot it's been. When you are friends on it, you get petty. Then you start throwing shade. Like I say, you throw so much shade to where it cover the whole city. And if you ever been to Houston, for anybody watching this, pretty sure everybody watching this have been to Houston or live in Houston, whatever. But y'all know this is a pretty decent sized city. You can't be petty when you friends on it. Another point I want to bring up, because I done seen this happening. Now I done seen a lot of stuff, y'all. So I'm not crazy. I don't make this shit up. This is real life. You understand me? This is real life. Another thing we have a tendency to do when we are friends on it, especially, oh yeah, baby, Dallas get too hot. I went to Dallas one summer. Only time I was outside was when I got out of my car and walked into my brother's house. Can't do it. Only reason why I didn't, well, no, that ain't gonna on time. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. That was the first time. The second time was we had a pool party for my little niece. So it's like my little niece and my brother's birthday kind of close by each other. So it's like a big pool party and all that. But anyway, another thing we do when we're in the company of a person that friend zoned us is we have a tendency to get jealous. If we see the person that we friend zoned it, if we see the person that friend zoned us talking to somebody else, jealousy. Yes, God, thank you. Listen, who was that? Who made that song? I think that was Karen Hilson. Y'all know she a one hit wonder. Karen Hilson had this song. I think it was in Pretty Girl Rock where she was like, jealousy is the ugliest trait. That is so true. If you get friends on it, listen, you can't go around being jealous of the person that friends on it you. The thing about it, we don't get everything we want in life. We don't get everybody we want in life. Because if that was the case, I'd be married by now. I'm not gonna say to who, but I'll be married by now. I have a couple of kids. I'll be set. But we can't get jealous when we get friends on it. See, because when you get jealous, when you get friends on it, that just start bringing a whole bunch of crazy thoughts in your mind. And then that connects back to that whole obsessive thing. Then you get so obsessed with that person because of the fact that you really, 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 really want them. You really want to be with them. So you get so obsessed with that person to where you start going crazy. And that ain't healthy. I don't know what kind of world some of y'all live in. I don't know what kind of things that some of y'all deal with, but you can't be jealous. You can't. Cause see, when I'm gonna get a slightly spiritual with y'all for a second. See, when you get jealous, you ain't doing nothing but blocking what God got for you. You understand? So while you sitting here being jealous and being petty and obsessive and crazy behind this one person that put your ass in the friend zone, you probably got your future wife or your future husband walking right on by you, but you too busy looking up over here, mad at Mike T or Lil Brittany because they done friend zoned your ass. So now you sitting here mad and jealous, talking about, well, I know it ain't gonna work out anyway. And you know what? That's one thing that pisses me off about people that get put in the friend zone. You can't be sitting there talking down on nobody's relationship because it's not you. Now, don't get me wrong. You have the right to feel some type of way because number one, you're human. Okay? Number one, we are human. So it's like when you get rejected and you see that person with somebody else, it does kind of do something to you on the inside. But it's like you can't sit there and be like, oh, well, that's not gonna work out anyway. Or if you having a conversation with that person, you can't be like, so how you and old dude doing? Like, don't do that. Or how you and old girl doing? Why I bet she don't do it like I do? Of course she don't. First of all, I don't even know how you do it because we never had nothing, Mom. It was never nothing there for us to know how to do. You understand? Like, you can't do that, y'all. We got to do better. We gotta be better. That was a good one. Oh, excuse that, y'all. But again, like you can't get jealous when you get put in the friend zone. You can't talk down or wish bad on the person that you wanted to be with and they friends on with you. You can't do that. That's not acceptable. And the thing about it is, even if they did friends on you, it's a possibility that sometime in the future, maybe y'all could bring that thing back together again and actually be something. But because of the way that you reacted to being put in the friend zone in the beginning, it's kind of like, okay, well, why would I give her another chance? Like, I told her at the time, I wasn't really feeling it. It wasn't there. I moved on, got me a new chick. Me and her not together no more. So it's like, maybe I take a little step towards trying to do something new. Maybe I'll walk on a tightrope, excuse me, and give her another chance. Maybe she actually will work out better with us being together than being friends. But if you done gone there and it been like, well, you know what? He ain't gonna work out with her anyway. Or her ass ain't fat like mine. Or ladies, sometimes y'all kind of do get a little extra with that. Like, I'm not, nah. Come on now, y'all know I love y'all, but listen, the truth of the fact is, ladies, sometimes y'all can do a little bit too much when you put into that friend zone. You can't. Don't do the most, niece. Don't do it. Because if I didn't want you the first time and I friend zoned you, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, maybe the timing wasn't right, and I'm gonna think about giving her another chance. But then I see you out here wishing ill upon my relationship, trying to do stuff to sabotage my relationship, and I'm gonna talk about that too before we end this. Before this episode's end, I'm gonna touch on that a little bit too because I've seen that happen before too. You can't, even if you were even being considered for another opportunity or a chance to be with that person. Now you're not because of how you acted. So your actions have to be equivalent to being in that friend zone. Yes, I did use the word equivalent. I'm a future teacher, goddamn me. Well, y'all get the point. But anywho, listen, I can't stand when these ads be popping up on my computer, y'all. It's so disrespectful. But check this out. The worst thing to do when you in the friend zone, I think, is trying to sabotage that person's relationship. Y'all can't be going around sabotaging people's relationship because you was friend zoned. Because number one, that's just wrong. Because if somebody did it to you, again, it's 2019. You'll be ready to fight, and then I take that back. In 2019, people don't know how to fight no more. They don't know how to put them things up like they used to do back in the day. They like to go grab the heat. You be ready to shoot somebody? You can't be doing that. You can't be going around sabotaging other people's relationship because you was friends on it. Because the thing about it is, I done had a long day of work, y'all. Get bored, low key tired, but I had to make this happen today. But listen. When you try to sabotage somebody else's relationship, you ain't doing nothing but bringing negative energy to yourself. So where at one point you had an opportunity to be with that person, you just threw it away. It's gone. It ain't gonna happen. It's not. No, it's nothing. You done just threw away an opportunity for you to even get a second chance because of the fact that you want to go here and try to sabotage my relationship. Now, the thing about that is a lot of times when people try to sabotage people's relationship, they want to go texting or what the number one thing that they do is they go there and try to find that person's significant other on social media and then be all in their DMs talking about, oh, me and such had a thing. Y'all never had nothing. You was friends on it. You was putting the friends on. So you can't sit there and try to sabotage somebody's relationship because you was putting the friends on. Do you hear me? Understand? Yeah, that's that stalker shit. People, and then that just goes back to what I was saying. When somebody get in the friend zone, you gotta the way it's science. For every action, there's a reaction. It may not be always bad, and they gonna always be positive. When you friends on somebody, you gotta be careful what you say to them because you don't know how they're gonna react. Like I say, people will try to sabotage your relationship just because you put them in a friend zone. You can't be going on people's social media, finding her, liking all her pictures, and then she be like, "Oh, babe, look, this girl be liking all my pictures. She bad too." And you sitting there looking like, "That's the bitch I put in friends on." Why? How she even get your IG? How she following you on Snap? Why are you following somebody you don't know? Then that start bringing problems and concerns from too many different directions. Oh, let's go, cousin. From too many different directions that you don't need. And that's sad. Just because you can't have a person, you want to sabotage somebody else's situationship. Don't do that. You understand me? Number one, I feel like that is so inhumane. You have got to have something psychologically wrong with you to want to sabotage somebody else's relationship just because they put you in the friend zone. Understand this. The friend zone does not mean that it's never going to happen. In my opinion, I feel like the friend zone just simply means not right now. It ain't going to work right now. Or maybe we didn't hit it off on the right note. Whew, excuse me, I'm sorry I keep yawning. But maybe you didn't hit it off on the right note.